today's video, we are continuing on the renovation with the unit.
So the paintbrushes are straight back in the paint pots and we're already cracking on with renovating the garage yet again. Literally the day after the last video that you guys saw, we were back in here painting the walls. This job is going to take ages because the downstairs walls are made of breeze block. Now breeze block are really porous, so it has loads of little holes in all the walls. So trying to get the paint in all the holes is a nightmare. It honestly took us about 3 or 4 hours and we were grafting and slaving away at these walls all day long. And if you haven't already, I just forgot to mention, go check out the previous videos that I've been making on this unit so you can get up to scratch on exactly what's going on and where we are. Also, before we get into this video any further, if you are new around here, be sure to smash that subscribe button so you can follow along with everything that's going on this channel because we're doing some seriously cool stuff. Make sure you tap that notification bell as well. Personally, I'm actually a bit of a short king myself, so I had to get a bit inventive with how I'm going to reach them top far corners of these walls. As you can see, I may have just stuck a wooden broomstick into a roller. If you did watch that last video, you would also realise that I've had a head start with painting these walls. Whilst I had a bit of extra time, I got one coat of this nice anthracite dark grey paint on all 4 walls. I'm now just finishing it off for this video and I can show you how many layers and coats and how long this process honestly takes.
Well, it's working though, to be fair. Here we have a wild one-armed warrior in the flesh. So what is he doing? Oh my god, I've just been painting for so long. Got here at about 1 o'clock. It's now about half four. It's about 3.5 hours worth of painting. It took so long, but it is looking absolutely amazing. Let me show you. Gosh. I mean, it's not perfect. There's certainly a couple of patchy spots at the back there. It's pretty good. It looks so much better in my personal opinion. I think it looks absolutely wicked. Now we've got the job and the lovely chore yet again of cleaning all the mess away. I've got all my little toolboxes that we're going to push against the walls, obviously leave a little gap so it can dry out. Basically kind of have a rough idea of how we are going to organise this for when we want to work on cars. And we might even get a photo of the Fabia in the unit as well for later on. So let's start tidying away. If you want to see a lot more of the behind the scenes of what I'm actually up to all the time and what I used to be up to, i.e. being a professional mountain bike rider, then go check out my Instagram page. It's harry.roberts.1. I'll put it on screen here and I'll link it in the description below. Now you follow me on Instagram, I can finally show you how this unit has turned out. Now, with only just a tiny bit of paint on the walls, it has completely transformed this unit. Me and the boys are so gassed of how this has come out. It looks so sick. It seriously does go to show that you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Before doing this, none of us had any experience with painting or DIY. So with just a bit of faith and willpower, look
there we
what
have
we've managed
it.
to accomplish.
The paint is on the walls. It's certainly not perfect, like I said.
Because it's this porous breeze block, to get it all in those little holes,
It's an absolute nightmare. So we've done as good of a job as we could probably do for the time being. In the future, if we really want to neaten it up, we can go over it again. But yeah, this is kind of the semi-final look of how it's going to be. I've basically got one more massive bit of racking that I'm going to put against this wall here. So it's this whole bit of wall here is basically going to be a shelving unit, which we can use for a worktop. I'll put a vise on there and all stuff like that, and it'll be absolutely mint. And that's pretty much the last bit, and then I need to move all my tools in here as well. At the minute, we've just got a small little pile of tools that we've got in here, just enough to get us by for the time being. But that is not the end of this video, because we are going to put in Stan, who is sharing the unit with us, because he's just failed the MOT and he's asked me to take a look. So we're going to whip that in, take a little look at it, see if we can help. So like I said, this van, unfortunately, is quite unhappy. It's quite unhealthy. It needs, well, it just had an MOT and it failed on quite a few bits that we are going to try and address. Firstly, we need to change a number plate light bulb.
No, one's out.
One's out. Well, I've only got one, so that'll be that. And then so yeah, one of these number plate light bulbs is definitely out, as we saw, so let's replace it. So that is our little culprit. Let's swap it out. The new bulb is in. I'm going to get one of the boys to turn it on. Fingers crossed. Oh, we have a bigger problem. It's still not working. Let's figure out, let's investigate. So we figured out what's happening is that the edge of these bits of the bulb, where the bulb gets connections, the mounting is broken. So we're going to have to take this whole inner panel off and access it from the inside. Now, getting the number plate light plinth off is pretty straightforward. It's just got 4 little nuts that hold it on with the studs on the back of it. We found out the problem is that the bulb holders that were in here were basically loose and they'd moved their way out. But I've managed to get them back in. So now I'm going to put the bulb holder back in with this off the car. Hopefully it's going to make a good connection and then hopefully it'll work. Fingers crossed. I've got it all back in. I'm just going to gently rest it in, put the electrical connector in, and moment of truth. No! Still not working. Right, now I'm going to have to check the wiring. That's the only other thing it could be. A mission this has turned out to be. Simple number plate light. Who would have thought, eh? Who would have thought? Now I'm just taking all the wiring apart and inspecting all of it, seeing if there's any breaks, tears or rips or anything that could be causing a bad connection to that one number plate light bulb. Wiring apart and having a look at it and inspecting it, and basically it all looks fine and I can't really figure out how it's not getting power, because it's getting power into the plug over here but it's just not transferring down the line. It's so odd. I think it might need a clean in the terminals, but I haven't got any contact cleaner here, so it might be worth just leaving this for tonight, coming back at it another day. But that being said, if you did enjoy this video and you like what we've done with the place, then you know what you need to do. You need to smack that subscribe button, you need to like this video, and yeah, basically follow along for more. It's just me and my mates with a unit having a laugh, fixing cars, and there is a lot more Fabia content coming very shortly. I've got some cool stuff I'm going to do. Like I said, the wheels, I still need to get them sent off for a refurb. Hopefully by the end of this month I'm going to send them off for a refurb and that'll be good. But there's other bits and bobs I want to do as well. I've got a bit of spray paint. I want to paint a couple bits. Paint match a few bits, let's just say that. So keep your eyes peeled, because hopefully the next video will be spraying up the Fabia and hopefully we'll get Stan's van back on the road, MOT worthy. So yeah, catch you guys in the next